Hey guys, it's Vicky. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you all of the items that I have had cases opened on Poshmark. So out of the last 15 months that I've been selling, I've sold over 1,900 items, and I have had 15 cases opened out of, I'm not sure if it's out of that 1921 or if it's like, I don't know how that works. But anyway, so out of 1,900 items, I've had 15 cases. Out of those 15 return cases, 7 were approved, 3 were where we both got our money back, 3 were denied, 1 I was scammed on and ended up getting my money back, and then one of the items the person failed to return the item and my funds were released. So I'm going to go through each item, show you what was wrong with the item, all of that good stuff, what Poshmark's outcome decision was, and all of that. So we will go ahead and get started. So I'm actually waiting on these to be returned. I sold these. I probably could have got a little bit more out of them, but you know, desperate times call for desperate measures, and I needed some money. Unfortunately, I did not get this money. She opened this saying that they were narrow, and I did not list the word narrow in my description, even though I did have a photo of the bottom of the shoes, which showed the N, which is actually what she had put in the case when she opened it. But that was, according to Poshmark, it wasn't enough. So I will be relisting these when I get them back and putting the word narrow in the description. The next item are these AG stilt leg jeans. She claimed that there was a hole in one of the pockets. Like, I really don't know. I didn't see a hole, but it was because of this case that I started looking at all pockets in the light just in case there was like a pinhole or something. Her return was accepted, but she never returned the item. So my funds were actually released for this item. I never heard from her again, so I don't know what the deal was with that. This next item I actually have back up for sale. It was apparently a color issue. Before she had purchased the item, we were going back and forth because she didn't know if it would fit her exactly or not. And I tried to explain to her, you know, I had the measurements in there, and she was really hesitant, but she ended up purchasing the item. And whenever she opened a case, she opened a case showing that the color of the top was extremely light compared to what I'm showing here. She said that it was like a cream color, but it's a gray color. So I put it back up for sale once I got it. There was nothing wrong with it. It just, she said it was a color issue, which I'm pretty sure it was a size issue. So, yeah, that one was approved. Alright, so look at that old picture. That's how I used to do my pictures. So this one right here was a Beatles junk food top. As you know, most of these are like a junior size. I did not list that in my description because at the time I didn't know, but I did have 17 inches pit to pit, you know, just to, you know, the width of the armpit to armpit. And she opened a case saying that it was a junior's and it was too small. And they actually let her keep the shirt and gave her her money, and they gave me my money. All right. Do I have everything up? Oh, I have one more I have to look up. Okay, so this right here is a Tommy Hilfiger maroon leather shoulder bag. She opened a case stating that this was bonded leather and it was not real leather. The only thing was, this I had included, it said it's 100% genuine leather. So all I'm doing is going by what they're telling me. She stated that it was bonded leather. I don't know, honestly, the difference between bonded leather, but I guess that's what bonded leather looks like. But she said, oh, well, I guess America considers bonded leather real leather or something like that. And the case was closed, and she was denied a return. This is a vintage dress. Everything was fine when I shipped it off, so I thought, you know, the zipper worked, everything was good. Up here, I just didn't snap the little snap, that's why it looks like it's open. But she said that when she put it on, it zipped up fine, but the middle part of the zipper actually opened up. So I have to get a new zipper for it. I mean, it's a cute dress. My daughter picked it out, so you know, I'm trying to sell it for her so she can make some money. But yeah, I'm gonna have to get the zipper fixed, and then I will put it back up for sale again. So yes, that one was approved as a return. This was part of a bundle, and she did not pay $25 for it. I think she paid like $9. She said that there was a hole in the lining somewhere, and I honestly, I didn't even pay attention. A lot of the times I don't even pay attention to the insides of things, and I really should. I told her, I said, you know, it's a bundle. I said, you're welcome to send it back, but you have to send all 3 items back, and then we can work out something if you want the other items. But Poshmark actually denied it completely. Like, they didn't even care what I said. They just denied it. So I was like, whatever. I don't know. This one right here, I was embarrassed about this. So this is a Modalu London, Croc and Boss, the Pippa bag. And it actually, she said that there was a tear in the leather and that one of the inside pockets had a hole in it. Now, I don't know why. I didn't even realize that these were actually side pockets. I didn't even open these. There was tissue paper and candy wrappers in one of these, as well as a big hole, and I didn't even know it. So that was completely my fault. I felt like an idiot. And on the back, there's a little piece of leather that's got like a gash in it. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with this purse. I really don't. I don't know. So they did approve this return. Alright, so this is a Tori top. This was a top that was included in a bundle of 3 items. She said there was like a little tiny hole in the hem of the sleeve, and I told her she had to return back all 3 items. She really liked 2 of the items, didn't want to return them, but she said okay, fine, and she returned them, minus the sweater. She actually put in a cheap, yucky, gross sweater and kept my items. So I actually got scammed on this return, and I went through hoops with Poshmark, and finally they had me send everything that she sent me to their corporate office, and they refunded me my money, or released my funds, basically. The next item were these Paige Jimmy crop jeans. These were confusing to me. When I looked at this, I thought it was 32 backwards, like maybe they had screwed up and they just printed it backwards, so I had wrote size 32. Now I did measure them, and they actually did measure 32 inches. But she received, you know, them, and then she says they're not a size 32, that it looks like they're size 28, like the 8 was washed off. But they were a size 32. She, I guess it was just a misprint at Paige at the company or whatever, the warehouse, manufacturing company, whatever you want to call it, I don't know. But anyway, so they ended up having her send measurements. The measurements matched, and she was denied a return. These right here are Coach Darcel Espadrille flats. They didn't have a size in them. So I used another shoe, and I also measured toe to heel, and I guess I was off because it was still wrong. So I told her she could just keep them. I paid like $1 for them at the bins. I was not even worried about it. I didn't want to go through trying to figure out what size they were and have another case open. So they actually gave us both our money back on this one, I believe. Or either, did they? I don't remember this one. I don't know if they gave us the money back, or I think actually no. Yeah, she just kept the money and the item. And I got nothing. That's right. Alright, the next item is a pair of pajamas by Victoria's Secret. She opened a case saying that they were faded. So I don't know. I mean, they weren't like in excellent condition. They had been washed, you know, but apparently they were faded. I guess you can kind of see, I guess that's what she's talking about. It's just a little light. So she returned those. They approved it. This is a Lilly Pulitzer pink coral blend dress, and she said that there was a hole. Where's the zipper at? Wherever the zipper is, let's see, is it? I think maybe the zipper is on the side. I don't know. Anyway, there was a hole on the bottom of the zipper, she said. It was a very tiny hole, and there was. So she was able to return that item. It was approved. Alright, this item right here, terrible photo, is a J. Crew plaid shirt dress. She complained that the item was not a large. Now, it didn't have a size label in it. It did not have a material label in it. I measured it. I put the measurements in my description. I explained there was missing tag, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so Poshmark let her return it. When I got it back, there was a little tiny cut on the side where she had split it. And obviously it was not her size. But I ended up reselling it, and, you know, I had somebody comment on the actual listing, and she, like, was, you know, telling people it's not a large, you know, just trying to start stuff, so I just had to block her. Yeah, I don't know. It sold for $9, and they never had an issue with it. You know, everything was fixed on it. It was fine. So, And I do need to look up the last item because I did not pull that item up. That would be an RBX Cowlneck sweater. Let's see. Alright, let's see if we can find it. Right here. Alright, so this is like one of my first sells. It's a RBX purple Cowlneck pullover athletic top. She complained that a top is not the same as a sweater, and you know, I had it in the sweaters category under Cowlneck and turtlenecks because that's what it was. But you know, she wanted a refund. Poshmark ended up letting her keep it, and we both got our money on that one. Okay, so that was all 15 items that I've had cases opened, and you know, anyway, there's, you know, a million reasons why somebody can open up a case. You know, that's just part of this type of business. So I try not to let it get to me anymore. I remember in the beginning I was so nervous, I was scared, but it's nothing like, say for instance on eBay, where somebody opens a case and maybe you've already spent that money. You know, if you're good with your money, you probably haven't. But like with me, say for instance, I get the money, I might need to pay a bill, I will use that money, and then all of a sudden in a week or 2 weeks they'll open a case and I won't have that money. So at least Poshmark holds your money, so you don't technically have that money yet. So I think that part of it makes it a little bit better. But yeah, cases are part of reselling. You know, think about all the stores where they have returns constantly. So it's just part of it. It doesn't mean you're a bad seller or, you know, whatnot. It's just, you know, things, you can't make everybody happy. Things happen. We're only human. It's just part of this business. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Putting all of my flaws of reselling out there. That's fine with me. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. The next video that I'll be putting out will be my sells for last week. So look out for that. I will talk to you all in the next video. Bye.